Too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.
Alright, welcome back. We are playing Ultima Underworld, and we are going to journey onward into the state-of-the-art in RPGs of 1992. Alright, we have just passed the banner of Cabarrus, and we are going to check around and see if we can't find some of the humans that Braggett was talking about. Alright. Look down, make sure we're not going to miss anything. What do we got here? A pole? Another pole. Let's pick one of these up. We could definitely use that. Doesn't seem to have any owners, so I don't think anyone's going to get upset. And after that little hint he gave us about using a pole, I think we would be very silly not to take the opportunity. What do we got here? We've got a cauldron, a box, and another cauldron. What's in the box? As you see here, I didn't explain this earlier, this little 14 over here is our carrying capacity. We're only allowed to carry a certain amount. I'm going to pause for a moment. And I'm back. Sorry, I was just popping out to make sure I had the sound set right. And didn't want to get too far into this Let's Play before I needed to redo it because the sound was obnoxious. I think that's a sling stone. Let's get them all. We'll drop them in there. If I decide to use a sling, there's another sling. Okay. So we don't have to worry about picking up the cauldrons. Can we use them? The cauldron is empty. What about this one? The cauldron is empty. There doesn't appear to be anything on the ceiling either, so we will continue onward. I want to take a quick look at our map here. Okay, so we've gone a good little ways on past where Braggett was right there. In fact, I'm going to erase that, and I'm going to put a note that says Bragg. That will remind me where he is. Let's see what we have beyond this door. A person. And he is friendly. Good. Named Gulick. Anything in here with you, Gulick? I'm not going to get attacked by anything, am I? Would not appear to be. Let's talk to you and see what we have. You have to use the lips, not the eyeballs, Gnarlo. What is thy name, stranger? I am Gnarlo. I am Gulick, called the Blessed. Why art thou called that? I have been called the Blessed since my prison days, when I was considered lucky because I have a taste for cockroaches. I never went hungry, thou seest. And how is this place better than a prison? Thou art in the great Stygian abyss, where neither thou nor any other may ever hope to leave again. 'Tis worse than any prison, for there is no hope of parole or pardon, and no death so clean as an honest hanging. How didst thou come to be here? I killed a man who needed killing. My crime was being caught. Well, I must be going fairly well. Can I talk to him again? Maybe find some more information. Greetings, Gnarlo. Hast thou spoken with Hagbard? Who is he? Our leader is Hagbard. Hast thou spoken to him? No, should I? Thou needst must speak with Hagbard. He alone of all of us retains his sanity among the madness of this place. Okay, that explains your eyes and that little gap-toothed grin you got going there. Before I do, what is this place? Thou art in the great Stygian abyss, blah blah blah, parole, ga 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 ga, honest hanging. Tell me more of this abyss. It was not always such. Once a leader named Sir Kabirus, cursed be his name, had the foolish notion that this place could be colonized. When his folly caught up with him, the civilization of the upper earth fell, and we now scrabble to survive in its ruins. He died, and so escaped the punishment for his crime. Dreamers, they will be the death of us all. Maybe he was just an idealist. And perhaps thou art a fool. Good day to thee. Good day. Let's see if you still are friendly. Yep. Why don't we look at you? Let's look at you instead of trying to talk to you. Yeah, you're mellow. I think maybe we might have brought him down a little bit with our attitudes, but no matter. Let's see if we can push him out of our way and get on past here. And what do we have? We have... No, the man walking is not an irregular stone wall. A mellow outcast named Hagbard. Hold up, man. Hold up. Ah, yes, you don't look nearly as crazy as that dude did. Ha! Another fish enters the barrel. What be thy crime, son of misfortune? You will notice that all the people here sound alike. They have been inbreeding for a very long time, so not a lot of differentiation between them. What dost thou mean? Surely thou art one among us who was condemned by that pious oaf Baron Almric. We are the outcasts, are the survivors of his intemperate justice, fugitives from the predations of the gobs. Ah, perhaps then thou canst tell me of his daughter. What are these gobs of whom thou doth speak? Oh, do I want to ask about the gobs of the daughter? The gobs of the daughter. Aye, the goblins. There be the greens and the greys, and they are deadly foes. They make our lives more difficult still with their vendettas. What is the nature of their feud? None can say. Their conflict seems to have begun at the time of the great collapse, when the civilization of the Underearth fell. We know only that their leaders have sworn never to agree on anything. Is there aught beyond the domain of these goblins? Ah, none who have ventured past the realm of the gobs have returned, but rumour hath it there are worse perils below. Perhaps I can solve the mystery for thee. Let's talk to you again. There we go. Will you talk to me about the girl? Hast thou news of the girl I seek? No, she's long gone. Thou shouldst hurry if thou dost wish to catch her. That's the one thing I'm seeing in this that perhaps could be done better, is that once you finish a branch of a conversation, it seems to be that it's assuming you've asked the other branches as well. And he seems to believe that we've talked about the girl before, in which case we haven't done any such thing. Let's go talk back to this guy and tell him that yes, we have spoke to Hagbard now. Maybe he'll be a little less rude. Or maybe he will have wandered out the door, and we'll have another wild goose chase hunting him down. Hello, Gulick. Greetings, Gnarlo. Hast thou spoken with Hagbard? Yes. Ah, I remember. He was talking to thee earlier. Well, may I help thee? How about how can one find useful items? Ah, thou shouldst know that it is often easier to find useful items by bartering than simply by scavenging. Find thyself someone who is willing to trade and give him the items thou dost not need in exchange for more useful ones. Keep in mind whom thou art dealing with. I hear that the mountain folk are fond of gold, for example, while goblins may not be as attached to it. Thank thee for thy help, and farewell. Alright, map time. Okay. That's Hagbard, where he was. Let's see. I'll put Hag. And now we will journey onward to the... let's go east. And yet another guy. Alright, bedrolls finally. I'm beginning to wonder if these people ever sleep or do they just lay around here, marching in never-ending circles. Alright, if you won't let me talk to you, let's look at you. Friendly outcast. Nameless guy. So, another comrade is caught by the abyss. What was thy crime, pray tell? I committed no crime. Oh, thou art an innocent passerby, eh? Perhaps thou art here on a tour of the abyss, or art thou a census taker, a tax collector, eh? I was thrown in here wrongfully and seek freedom. Thrown here against thy will, I will believe, but wrongfully is a different matter. No need to pretend amongst us, though. Not a one of us believes in Almric's petty justice. Now that thou art here, thou shouldst stay with us. The creatures beyond are far worse than anything Almric could do to thee. Right here near the door is safest, trust me. What is there that is so bad out there? 'Tis unbelievable. Once it is said all the races here lived in harmony. Not now, that's for certain. The gobs on this level are constantly at war, with each other as well as everyone else. And below are things I dare not speak of. 'Tis rumored that some remnants of civilization remain in the most colonized areas of the abyss, but I have never had the courage nor interest to find out. How can I find whatever civilization remains? Well, he's going to tell me the Ankh thing, I'm sure, so... Advice, he's probably going to tell me about bartering. Let's see. Well, thou shouldst know that most of the inhabitants of the abyss are unfriendly. It's not so much a question of what areas to avoid as of what areas are relatively safe. Look for the banner of Cabarrus, a tapestry with an Ankh, such as we have, as a sign of civilization. Any people or creatures thou dost find past the banner are more likely to talk with thee than eat thee. Speaking of Ankhs, thou wouldst do well to search out the other things they represent, the shrines. What use do they serve? When thou dost see a large plain Ankh standing on the ground, thou hast found a shrine to virtue. Ding, 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 ding. Another memory point here. It is said that thou dost have been virtuous and dedicated to increasing thy abilities. Praying at a shrine with the correct mantra will allow thee to enhance thy abilities. It is said that there's one in the southeast area, these upper caves, but I have not seen it myself. I thank thee for thy information. Well, good luck in thy travels. Thou art always welcome here. Another outcast. A hearty welcome to thee. Hast thou decided to stay with us? I don't think so, but any advice thou canst give me. What wouldst thou know of? Okay, here we go. Finally, guys, about the girl. Hast thou news of a kidnapped girl? Perhaps the same girl that I hear was carried through these upper caves by a troll. Excellent. Yes, that must be the one. Well, whoever she was, she's here no longer. I don't know how far the troll was planning on taking her, but given the strength of a troll, he'll not likely run out of energy anytime soon. Then there's no hope of rescuing her. Oops. Ah, heck. I've got to slow down that trigger finger. Let's see if we can talk to him again. Get that last part of that. What advice can you give me? Have you news of a kidnapped girl? That must be the one. She is the one. There's no hope of rescuing her. Hold on just a minute. Surely that girl is in trouble, but if thou dost learn the ways of the abyss first, thou wilt surely have a better chance of rescuing her. Okay, and what should I know? The inhabitants unfriendly, cabarets, they'll eat you, etc. Where can I find shrines? When thou dost see a large plain, Ankh, blah blah blah. It said there's one in the southeast portion. Thank you for your information. Alright. Now, I see food here. Let's take a quick look. Belonging to outcasts, yes. Alright, so we have verified that now. And we don't want to take anything belonging to the outcasts. What about these? Belonging, belonging, and belonging. Alright, we'll let them be. Apparently they are having their aerobic sprinting class. Let's check the map. Okay, we can go down and northward. Or perhaps not. Easy, Gnarlo. And it looks a drop off into water. What do we have on our map? Another passage to our southwest. It leads to a room with a bench. And I see a bench. I could have told you that. What else do I see? All flasks that do not belong to anyone. Just browsing around, just taking a look around. Thank you. Alrighty. Now, I think we've probably gotten all the information and use that we can get out of this area. So, we will travel down and explore into this area in the next installment. So once again, thank you for watching, and we will continue on next time. Where are we at? I think we can get past start now. Moving on. And we'll see you next time.